The modern judge, jury, and execution. Well, I'm talking about the media. Because who needs due processes when you have headlines and opinions, right?
And this is in response to the Firstpost journalistic malpractice, the media house's deliberate distortion of facts.
Kailasa is real.
And we have a right to exist.
Fictional.
Dear media, your persistence in calling Kailasa fictional is just as entertaining as your commitment to fact-checking. Just a reminder, Kailasa stands strong, recognized as a sovereign state by international law. We're not a fantasy. We're a reality that you can't seem to comprehend.
This is a fundamental right for us to exist, and this right is enshrined in various international bodies, including the United Nations. The UN's ICCPR, which is recognized by 178 nations, in its very first article states that all the people have the right of self-determination. By the virtue of that right, they freely determine their political status and freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural development.
There are several countries like Palestine, Kosovo, or Taiwan which exercise this right to self-determination, a fundamental human right.
We have 56 Islamic nations for almost 2 billion Muslims, 28 Christian nations, 2.4 billion Christians, 2 Buddhist nations for 500 million Buddhists, 1 Jewish nation for 15.7 million Jews. We have no country for 2 billion Hindus. There is no Hindu nation. Denial of Kailasa is denying the fundamental human rights to Hindus. By denying our existence, you're denying our very survival, and it's a denial for the centuries of persecution, denial of the colonization, and the brutal Holocaust.
Fugitive Indians.
Fugitive? Where is this word fugitive even coming from? Because no international body, including the Interpol, has ever declared the SPH Nithyananda Paramashivoham as fugitive. In fact, the Interpol has rejected any request to issue notices against the SPH Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam based on the evidences that was provided to them.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has been proven innocent, and the US court had exonerated Swamiji over 10 years ago. And not just that, the court also fined the conspirator for over $500,000 US for all of their false allegations on Swamiji.
These false allegations are not a standalone incident. They are a continuation of one of the most brutal, bloodiest, the largest and the most unspoken Holocaust, the Hindu Holocaust.
We are not talking about the attack, the Hindu Holocaust, that we have been subject to for centuries and something that happened in the past. We are not talking about the Mughal invasion or the British invasion. We are talking about what is happening to this day. Within just the last 80 years, we have a clear record of how Hindus that are voicing out and standing up for Hinduism are being targeted, brutally persecuted, lawfare, and attacked, assassinated. This has been a clear mark of how every single Hindu guru, whoever is voicing out for Hinduism, has been treated and continuing to be persecuted even to this day.
For over 10 years, a continuous series of life-threatening attacks.
Fundamental human rights have been denied, which is well documented with a plethora of evidence.
And today, there is no place for Hindus to call their home. There's no Hindu country. Kailasa is established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as a safe haven for Hindus to live, to practice their religion without any fear of being persecuted.
Like how Israel is for the Jews, Vatican is for the Christians, Kailasa is for Hindus.
Because the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is standing up unapologetically for this cause, he is being targeted and persecuted. It is important to note that despite 15 years of malicious prosecution in India, the SPH has not been convicted of any crime. The unproven allegations of rape are false and baseless.
Officials without any obligation to contribute. Completely selflessly, Kailasa has contributed over 5 million PYG worth of medical aid to support the people in the said local community of Paraguay. And this is just one of the various initiatives that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has set forth to contribute to the humanity. Fundamentally, Kailasa is a humanitarian services-based nation. And this aid is not collected, gathered through taxes like how many other established nations are. But instead, it is raised through the sheer hard work, immense sacrifices of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and the contributions of the hardworking individuals of the persecuted minority indigenous community who seen the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's hard work, relentless sacrifice, and the unshakable commitment towards the mission.
Kailasa is real. Kailasa is recognized international body and has established bilateral relations and has not scammed anyone. Organizations and institutions representing Kailasa have established diplomatic relations with many cities, states, constituencies, municipalities around the world, bridging cultures, encouraging interreligious dialogue, and continuing our Hindu-based humanitarian services to promote global peace through better understanding of diverse cultures.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism over last 30 years has been providing free education to the world. In fact, I have graduated from Kailasa's Nithyananda Rajayodhya Gurukul and studied in the university, the world's largest Hindu university, which is the Nithyananda Hindu University, which is completely available free of cost.
In addition to this, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has launched various initiatives which Kailasa for the last 30 plus years has been continuously extending to the humanity. For example, over 1 billion free organic sattvic meals have been served to people, medical aids, setting up free medical camps, providing free accommodations to people, attending to the people in need, attending to disaster relief camps. So many initiatives like this are being actively extended to humanity in Kailasas, which are spread in over 150 countries around the globe,
including during the pandemic time, when the multi-layered preventive quarantine methods were enabled in multiple Kailasas across the globe, irrespective of race, religion, caste, nationality or gender. Everyone were warmly welcomed and all of these services were provided completely free of cost.
Why, as Hindus, we are not knowing all of this information? Why, as Hindus, we are not standing up for this? This attack, this persecution has to stop. We, as Kailasa, representing the 2 billion Hindus, the entire Hindu diaspora, demand a sincere, unambiguous apology.
Dear Firstpost, stop the disinformation and publish the truth.